Hey, it's Spence from LaunchFlows.com. Today I got a very popular question that asked, how can I do a step-by-step checkout for LearnDash being sold with WooCommerce using LaunchFlows sales funnels? And I'm going to have a small offering, a large offering, and then a membership. Now this is such a common question. I wanted to demonstrate for this customer as well as you how simple it can be. But it's really important to realize that because LaunchFlows is a utility, it's not always obvious what to do versus those framework plugins that force you to use certain things in a certain way in a certain order. I realize it's like a tricycle versus a 10-speed bike. Lots more freedom, lots more utility on a 10-speed, but it's not as easy to get started as a tricycle. Yet at the end, you might find that it's better because you have that freedom. So here's what we've got. I'm using the free whimsical.com to map this out instead of what I was given, because this is actually very clear, but Whimsical is our alternative to building this kind of canvas feature into the LaunchFlows plugin, which we're not gonna do because Whimsical is free and awesome, and you can see here why it works so well. Here's the layout that I'm gonna show you. We need 3 products. We need a short course product, a large course product, and a membership product. LaunchFlows lets you create any sales page anywhere you want, but the best way to do this is to just modify the product pages themselves to be the sales pages. That way you save yourself from having a product and a sales page. If you wanted, you can even have the checkout on the sales pages, but I'm going to use a global checkout instead, a single checkout that can be used 3 different times. And then finally, we need to have the courses that are being sold, and I'm doing marketing automation. In this case, I'm showing you WP Fusion and Fluent. You could use this with ActiveCampaign or anything else. Likewise, in the automation, I'm going to keep track of what's purchased by using the LearnDash to WooCommerce connector. You could also do this with direct to tag with WP Fusion or Fluent for that matter, using the link with tag method, but I'm going to show you the LearnDash connector method. I promise this is as simple as setting up in under 10 minutes, and even though this person is using Elementor, I'm going to encourage her and you to watch how I do this with Gutenberg, so you save yourself all the hassle of using the extra layer of Elementor for this part. You also get the benefit of being able to borrow any of these pre-made patterns from patterns.launchflows.com, or using your own free block plugins like I'm going to show you from Cadence. Okay, and by the way, she mentioned she's using Astra, which I love, but I'm using Cadence here just because that's something that's my new favorite with Gutenberg. Either one works fine. So we have 3 products that I'm going to show you the details of in a second. I've got the 2 courses, large and small course, and then I've got the default pages that I also need, which are checkout and thank you. So here's checkout, and here is thank you. I made use with the thank you page of the copy paste of the patterns library because I simply went to patterns.launchflows. I went to the thank you page. I said, yes, I would like to copy this. And I went over here and literally just clicked and pasted it in place. And then I modified the URLs so it matches up with my setup. That's where I'm recommending it's as simple as really anything else you can do to do it this way. If you prefer, feel free to keep using Elementor because of course we support that. Now, with those pages in mind, let's show you how to configure the products for what I'm calling the daisy chaining of a sales funnel. We know that the first step is that the short course product should take somebody to a checkout. In order to do that, we go to that product and we set it up as a simple or a subscription or any type of product you want with any price you want. Here, I'm also going to clean out this other kind of custom design stuff because I want to show you something about that. So this is with some Gutenberg things, but I'm going to get rid of everything in there. Okay, so when you're using LaunchFlows, you have the option, if you wish, to configure the template. Out of the box, the original template will show the WooCommerce product page with the normal add to cart button. But what you can do, and I have lessons that show you this at launchflows.com, is you can choose the LaunchFlows default template or the blank template. Very similar to using Elementor, where if you choose the default template, you can put stuff below the layout of the normal product. And if you choose blank template, the stuff is all removed and you can just add it in yourself in any order. So for example, when I type in product, I could put my own product images, my own product add to cart, and arrange them in combination with other Gutenberg blocks and so forth. So it gives you a lot of customization capability. I'm not going to bother with that too much here because I just want you to know that it exists. So I'm going to use the original template for all of these. The thing that's important about LaunchFlows is you need to say, where should this person be taken after they've added this to cart? And as we've shown in our diagram, we want to go from the first product to the checkout. So I simply chose here, checkout, and from the drop-down, that's where they are going to be taken. In this option, I say, where should they go after they've purchased it? And in our diagram, we say from the checkout, I want to then take them to the large course offer product page, which likewise will be configured as a sales page. Done here. Now with WP Fusion, I also say that I want to give them a tag to memorialize that they purchased this for follow-up segmentation or automation or even to enroll them into other things. So this will give them the tag. And that's it. I'm done with this product. Let's show you the other two products and then try the checkout. For the large course offering, the person will be taken there after they've checked out with the small one. I do the very same thing, except I'm going to change where they go in the LaunchFlows setup. So this product's $50. LaunchFlows is set up to take them to the checkout when they say yes to it, right? Large course to checkout. And then instead of going to thank you, after they bought it, we're taking them to the membership product page, right? So if they say yes and check out, membership offer. Now, we could give them a button that takes them to the membership offer in the event that they say no thanks. I'm going to show you that in the final product, but all you would need to do to make that happen would either be to put a button in place using Elementor or Gutenberg, and then just use the direct to checkout link or the location of that membership product as the place they're sent to. But I'm going to show you that in the last example. So for right now, let's just leave it alone so that they can move on. If you are really concerned, you can also just type in something like a text link, like no thanks. And then this linkage would do the same thing. Instead of a button, you could have the URL of the membership product page as that link. I'm going to avoid that just to keep this moving fast because I show you that in the last step. Okay. Finally, the third product is the membership product. And again, this could be something that's a subscription or a one-time purchase, doesn't matter. But here what I'm going to do is show you the upsell component because that actually accomplishes in one fell swoop the ability to handle the buttons and everything very elegantly. So for this product, I can see that the ID of the product here is 54410. I simply put in place the upsell product block, or in Elementor, the upsell product widget. And then I typed in here, the yes button is the same ID as its own page, 54410, because this is the product and it's its own sales page. So I want to say, yes, this is the product ID if you say add it to cart. The no, or the next, where I should go in the event I shouldn't put it in the cart, would be the ID of the thank you page. Because as we showed in our diagram, if they say no to the membership offer, we're going to take them directly to the thank you. And to get that is really simple. If I go into my pages here, I can roll my mouse over and see the ID of the thank you page at the bottom of the page or here in the middle. So scroll down to thank you, and you can see I think in the video, hopefully, you can see on the very bottom, the ID number is 52918. 52918. Or I could just click on it and do like I did before and get it right here, 52918. Okay, and that's what I put in for the next. And you can change the text and you can add tags and do all the other things that are options. When I'm done with that, I've now got a really slick and beautiful post-checkout offer page that handles everything in one fell swoop. Now I could build this like I showed you in the last example by a manual add to cart link and no thank you, but it's nice to just use the upsell here. All right, let's see how these work. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning. with the first product. And again, imagine that we're customizing this small course product page to have more sales copy and so forth. I add it to the cart. It's going to take us to the checkout. Here, the person can, again, we can customize this checkout further, but the person's going to buy it. And let's follow along here. So we went from short course to checkout. They buy it. They should be taken to the large course. So after the checkout, here we're at the large course. If they say, I want to add this, versus maybe if we had that no thanks button or link at the bottom, again, taken to the same global checkout, they place the order. Similarly, if they go from this particular checkout, they should be taken to the membership offer product. And here they are, and here we've got the membership upsell component. If they say no thanks, they'll just be taken to the thank you. If they say yes, they'll be given the option to purchase this. So let's try the no thanks. Here this takes them to the thank you, and we can see the last thing they purchased, but we've already got the visit your account dashboard or review your previous orders, so they could, for example, see all the things that they've just purchased. If we want, we can go back and do the last step again, and we could say, yes, I want it, which would give them the checkout experience like the other ones did, and would end up doing the same thing, except after they bought it, they would be taken to the same thank you. So that's it. The setup on this is a matter of just basically understanding two main concepts. Number one, that LaunchFlows lets you connect any particular product to where they should go after it's added to the cart and where they should go after it's bought. That those could be any post or page or product. Next, you can build the linkages for the yes and no's using either text links or buttons, and then putting in the URLs of the pages where they're going to be taken to. Or you can use the upsell component, for example, or whatever you want, to make it a really easy one component, just put in the product ID or the page ID. Either way, you get the same result. You're daisy chaining somebody. And then finally, you'll see in this example how we just use one checkout page and one thank you to repeat the process. And it renews by showing the latest thing somebody bought, but then you can take them back to the dashboard where they can review their orders, or you can even do things like putting in place let's say, LearnDash shortcode in the dashboard to show everything they bought. I'll show you that here. In my last workshop, I showed how you can just add into the My Account area, which is super easy, a new endpoint called My Courses. And here all I did was I made a tab in the My Account area and put in the LearnDash shortcode. We have to go back inside of here. Let's go to the dashboard. That allowed me to, I'm using the YITH plugin for this, but still, I just put in the LearnDash shortcode that will display any courses that somebody has purchased and what their status is on them. And that's a super fast and easy, elegant way to orient somebody who just bought, let's say, your course or membership on what they should be looking at, because the thank you sends them back to this tab, My Account / My Courses or whatever. You're good to go. Hope this lesson has helped the person asking and anyone else how easy it is to use LaunchFlows. If you're ever stuck, ask me a question, either directly via help@launchflows.com or in the Facebook group, because I realize sometimes it's frustratingly hard to figure out the basics. But once I show you this or you've seen this video, I'm pretty sure it's going to clear it right up and you'll move forward in your progress. I'll see you on the next video.